Yes, so Matt, now that I have you here, I have a few plans for you.
Oh yeah? Well, if I decide I don't want to go with your little scheme?
Oh, I don't know. You could either do what I tell you to, or you could deal with them.
Actually, I get your point.
I knew you would see it my way. Yes. Now then. You put in the DVD.
Oh hey, Puppet Master, sweet. You actually gave me a good movie?
Oh yes. This should entertain you for now.
Okay. To be honest, folks, there are some very good low-budget films, and my show has been talking about them quite a bit. One of the most popular low-budget film series ever created, horror or otherwise, has got to be Puppet Master. It's got a huge cult following. It is now up to 10 films, which at least most of them are part of canon. And it's probably up there with Gremlins and Critters for being the little monster horror films. Technically, these things are not monsters, but I would also say that it falls underneath the doll / puppets horror stories, some of which were really good, and some of them in some really good shows like Twilight Zone. Puppet Master took it a step beyond anything anyone had ever done with marionettes, puppets, dolls, anything of the like at that point. It took the somewhat silly notion of puppets being horrific things and made it somewhat realistic. Here, let's show ya. We start off the movie with Andre Toulon and his puppets. He has just finished either fixing or creating the last puppet in the beginning of the film, known as Jester. The little guy doesn't have much of an iconic way of killing off people like some of the other puppets do, but he does have a very big following, and to admit, he is somewhat amusing when he starts really joking around with stuff. He is also one of the more expressive characters, being the fact that his face can split into 3, circle around, and then make different expressions, which is kind of odd because his face is solid. Whatever, though. Long story short, a puppet in the window as well as Blade on the hotel grounds notice that there are 2 men in black that seem very suspicious. As we find out in a little bit of dialogue with them by themselves, They are very much apparently Nazis, and this is during World War II. What else would they be speaking in what sounds like basic German? The two Nazis are assumably looking for Tulong and looking to take his gifts of reanimation. But before they can get up there, Blade also makes it back to the Puppet Master and is in with the rest of the puppets. Tulong plans to make sure that the Nazis never get the ability to bring life into inanimate objects. So before they can get to him, they knock at the door asking if he's in, to which he pulls out a gun and blows his own head away. Yeah, you're not getting anything there, guys. Just leave him be. Flash forward to 1989, and we now see our new main hero, Alex. He has a nightmare about a man he once knew named Neil, and he holds a gun to the woman's head in the dream. And then there's this. Alex then contacts a few of the others that were involved with Neil, but note they are also getting psychic messages too. They all head to where Neil was last said he was going to go before ditching all of them. Once there, they find the woman in Alex's dream named Megan, who would also happen to be Neil's wife in mourning. Apparently Neil shot himself, but there's really no reason behind it. But apparently he did leave some message of some sort behind for his wife saying to expect visitors sometime soon. It only takes till dinner and a couple of rounds of drinks before one of the gals that came with this group starts acting up. To which, to Megan's shock, she finds out that all of them have been cheated by Neil, and they're technically seeking revenge against him, figuring that he was still alive. After this little bit of shock, Megan quickly runs out, followed by Alex, who then tells Megan why they're all here and what their backgrounds together are.
Well, some would call us magicians. To some degree, we all have unusual psychic powers. And your husband brought us together several years ago to try to help in his research. He and Frank began studying the ancient Egyptian methods of the occult, and they found evidence that the Egyptians had developed the secret method of giving life to inanimate figurines. Then these secrets were passed on to a select few who knew and practiced magic. Dana there makes her living telling fortunes. She used her powers to help your husband locate the last true alchemist of modern times, a famous puppet master of the 20s.
Well, what about Carissa?
Well, your husband brought her in because of her skills in psychometry.
Which means?
I mean, she can reconstruct the emotional history of an object by touch or feel.
Like what?
She can sit in a car, tell you who owns it, sit on a bed, and tell you its entire history.
Oh, I see. What about you? What do you do?
I dream.
Everybody dreams.
Sure, but not about things to come.
And this is why they are here. Other than, of course, to be cannon fodder for the puppets, so that we actually have some people to slay. Because what's a good 80s flick about gore in a horror film? I mean, come on. We've got to have something for the puppets to take down. But through all this, it's possibly hinted that maybe Neil is not quite as dead as he's supposed to be. First of all, by the fact that his corpse moves a couple of times. Second of which is that a lot of them believe that they would have felt some sort of way of knowing that he was dead through the visions they were given, to which they did not sense that he was dead yet. The rest I will not spoil for you. Is Neil dead? Will Alex be able to protect Megan, who is in control of the puppets? You need to watch for yourself. However, in short, it is very easy to say that the ending of this film is one big, massive twist. The puppet effects are a nearly seamless blend of both animatronic puppets as well as stop motion. The style is spectacular for such a small, low-budget film, and the script is one of the best small monsters, much less puppet or doll horror movie scripts I've ever seen or heard. The music is perfectly orchestrated, and the actors take every second of this film very seriously. And the locations they have, although very few, are still very different and very intricate for what needs to be purveyed by this film. All in all, I think this is another great little low-budget film. Full Moon has been known to be hit or miss, but throughout most of the Puppet Master series, it's been known to be hits. So, actually, I have to ask then, why are you giving me the Puppet Master movie to watch anyways?
Oh, but Matt, how quickly you even forget that this is a franchise, and franchises mean sequels! You started so many already! Now you've got another one! And like the others, this one has horrible sequels too! Prepare, Matt! It's a marathon of Puppet Masters!
Sequels? More of them in a row? Oh, no. As much as I like this film, one's enough right now, and you're getting lost. Godzilla, attack! Megazord, hold Malice!
What?
Come forth! You two had better get out of here. That's right, you better run, you little chickens. Now, Malice, what shall we do with you? Apparently my energy attacks, although being able to hang you down for a while, are not going to keep you down permanently.
Go back! You captured me, forced me to bleed, killed one of my new super states, and forced the other two to run. I guess you get away from a marathon, but don't think you get away from ever reviewing them.
Don't shoot there! Blast it! One, good. Two, decent. Three, very good. 4, 5, I've never seen it. 6? Oh, God.